order of business, the agenda. All right. Okay, first order of business is the municipal bylaw hearing for Mr. Thorsby. He is not here. So I guess if he comes in, we'll deal with it at the time, or we'll do it at the end. So we'll move on to the.
I'll make the motion to accept.
Yeah. All in favor? It's been a long day already.
Yeah.
Okay, so the municipal, Mr. Forsberg is not here, so we'll, if he comes in, we'll give him a talk, if not, we'll deal with others. Next item is the deputy mayor schedule, and, so Shelley, I believe that you're the next one up here. So for the, from this meeting until the meeting in October the 2023, you will be the deputy mayor. Yeah, you're happy about that, right, Tracy?
Excellent.
Okay. If there's any need for any discussion on this, I just need a motion to appoint Shelley as the deputy mayor for that period.
I'll make the motion to accept Shelley Rash as the deputy mayor from now until next October.
Okay, thanks very much. All in favor? That is carried. Meeting dates, we don't have anything in that.
That was just to mention the special meeting on the 3rd for the audit, and we just need a motion for that, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so we have the auditors coming in, and they've done the report, and we're going to have a special meeting on November the 3rd to discuss all that items. So I'd like to have a motion to put that date forward.
To date for November 3rd for special meeting.
And it'd be 7 o'clock, and everybody's invited to come to that. So if you want to find out what's happened in the last year, it'd be a good meeting. Thanks for that motion. All in favor? That's carried. Next item, signing authority. CAO and CFO, now that we've hired you not interim anymore, to put you under the gun here, and we're going to need some signing authority. So can I get a motion to appoint CAO Donna and CFO Cindy as signing authorities for the town?
I'll make a motion to appoint Mayor Donna and CFO Cindy as signing authority.
Tracy, all in favor? Next item on the council affidavits for electronic in-camera meetings. So everybody's got a form there.
No, we don't have a form.
Oh, I'm like, I didn't see
No,
it.
it's okay. We'll need a motion, Mr. Mayor, to have the affidavits back to us by the next town meeting in November.
Okay.
And it'll all kind of fill in once we sign the meeting, or once we pass the procedures bylaw tonight. It's all in there. But we put it here because it's under signing authority. Right. And what that means is every council member will have a signed affidavit. You can, there's a picture book here in Thorsby, it's insurance, and it's for electronic meetings. So if you're away, it's in camera. You have the ability to vote. You have the ability, this affidavit will indicate that you are alone, that you'll keep it confidential, and that way you only have to sign one per year.
Okay, thank you for that. So can I get a motion to that effect? All in favor? Okay. All right, so then the organizational meeting, the standing committees. Start with the first one, and then we'll go through all of these, and for the standing committees, and we'll just get one motion for all of them. So the first one is the Central Alberta Economic Partnership Committee, one councillor, and we've never really had anybody in there. Should we just leave it as it is, or do you want to put somebody in there if something comes up? Okay. I don't think there's any need
No, Mr. Mayor, I mean, we put it on here because it was there last year, but Kate wasn't, didn't happen last year.
Okay.
We did buy membership with them because they come with lots of grant money.
Right.
But I think CEO or CFO can look after it.
Okay.
Sure.
Everybody agree with that? Okay. The next, committee of the whole, that's all the councilors. 7.3, Planning and Sustainability Committee. Once again, it's all of council. 7.4, Emergency Management Committee, all council. 7.5, the Regional Assessment Review Board, one councilor, and I don't think we got anybody in there either.
So, Councilor Mayor, they don't meet very often, assessment review board, so if there's issues in the county with assessment.
Does anybody want to put their name in there for business? None? Anyone else want to bring it for it? Hold for it? No? Okay. Councilor Miller, you're in there. 7.6, Subdivision and Development Appeal Board. Usually it's the mayor and or council. Or the other, I have no problem putting my name in there. Once again, that's something that rarely happens, and I'm happy for it.
And there's training coming up in November for that.
Okay.
And I might just go with you and renew mine as well.
Yeah. Actually, I was supposed to be last year, and then they put it off. All right, then, can I get a motion to accept all of the standard committees as outlined for this event? Favor? Carried. The next organization boards, 39, 20, and all of these here, I don't know what everybody's feeling here is on it here, but I talked to Councilor Gilbert, who was ill today. I talked to him earlier today, and he's willing to put his name back up for the board for the housing, and I don't know if all the other stuff. Does anybody have any problems with just letting your name stand again for the boards that you're on? Or is there something that you want to? Really? Something you want, or something different?
I know, there's no committees on here, are we not? I mean, there's the Healthy Community Committee, and there's the, I don't have my expense claimant report in front of me right now. There's some other ones, aren't there?
We didn't have any on the
There's those are standing committees, there's the Economic Development Committee, Park and Rec Advisory Committee. Regional Assessment, this is an old.
We have the recent expense. Okay.
That's Alberta's case.
No, we don't want to go out. We might just want to put that one to see it on, we should let the last one.
Okay.
When it, is
Oh,
that,
Stuff in the, it's virtual.
can you do it virtually or no?
An hour.
Yeah. It's only every second month?
They have two more days, one for almost the library. As I'm at work.
Handle it? Yeah, well. Well, it's just nice to be on mutual boards, like if you're on the Elizabeth County SCSS board, it's nice to be on the Thorsby SCS board, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of go together. Or if you're on the library board, it's nice to be on the regional library board, kind of work together. But I definitely do not have time right now.
We'll give you about 4 minutes to decide.
So there's 7 boards to cover, right?
Yes.
And are we just doing one for the library?
We have to do two. We've always had to do two.
So right now, the way it stands right now is that the 3920 is myself, Chamber of Commerce Tracy, the Duke FCS John, the Duke Foundation Corey, the FCS Board Shelley, and then Library Board Shelley and Tracy, and then the Duke Yellow. That's what we've got right now.
And then what are those other committees?
Oh, so the four committees, the four standing committees are the same, or it's the subdivision board, the regional subdivision board, the youth committee, and the healthy committee. But was that healthy committee, is that just for that grant, or? That grant is pretty much.
Okay. And then we still haven't got that youth committee going. Well, it was never,
Trying to read,
yeah, it was never a thing.
I was reading minutes.
Because I'm thinking, because we used to have like a recreation one, and I'm wondering if that's something maybe.
So the rec board hasn't, wow.
Yeah, but I mean, no, Kelly.
Yeah, and there is no rec board.
Yeah, but I'm saying this youth committee, like, do we have any background on that? And what its purpose was?
I tried to read the minutes.
Board was intended with, I believe it was, accessibility grant. So when they were talking about accessibility grant last year, they created a youth board in order to go after accessibility grant. But then nobody was attached to the youth board, so we have to in the board, and there were no accessibility.
And like, isn't that what, like, the historical society got, and weren't those, like, what we mean by accessibility grants? So is that something we?
Those are all volunteer boards, right?
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, what the purpose, do we need it, what the thought is?
It's up to Council Rush. Mr. Mayor, it's up to you. I guess as administrator right now, I would recommend we do it so we can have some sort of plan through a strategic plan coming in here. We can do that with some goals. We can get more of a plan. We'll be looking probably February, the strategic plan is here. So maybe that's the best time to consider this. But there's no deadline. There's no need to have anything in here right now for it. We can certainly add this later, but it gives you time during your planning meeting to think about what you want, and that way you'll have other players here too. We'll just use the library board over here, and that's what we'll do here, and do the other community planning. So, just for thought.
Okay.
No, I still have a question about the library board, that in brackets is just one, and yet we're saying it's two, and so I'm just curious.
I guess I was back curious, Councilor Munson, because I know you were going to it earlier, both of you, but in the correspondence, it only said one. So you could put two there if you like.
Well, because Tamara had originally had one of us and one of us as backup, but in the library's
app. So I did screenshot it today, and I did just send it to Donna, because I thought maybe you had your phone there, but you don't.
I'll turn it on.
I can read it. Okay. I just have to pull it up here. So the Libraries Act, what it states for appointments is not more than 2 members of council may be members of the municipal board. So that's all it states, it's not more than 2 members.
Yeah, and then,
So
I know.
in the past, along the past, I'll go a long time ago, because I've been on the board for many years. There's only ever been 1 council member until, I believe, Councillor Corey and the past Councillor Ivor were both appointed, because somehow at that time it was declared that there was 2 councils. And so this is what the Libraries Act states. So I don't even need to have 2 people on the the library board. On council.
May I ask, Barry, did you guys have one or two?
We had one, but I'm not aware of.
It's only been in the previous council that we've had two. There's,
Well, and I asked the Gail, the librarian, about it, and she's just non-committal.
and I've looked at other towns and their library boards and how many council members, only one is ever listed. And it does seem to be overkill when we're sitting there, two of us.
Irene, did you have a comment on that?
Yes, on the previous council, Corey Gilbert and Ida Foster, Ida was the member of the library board, and Corey Gilbert was the alternate.
Okay, thank you for that. So I agree with you. I think that we can just go with one. And we'll just go with an alternate. So, okay, so, Shelley, if you're going to take the yellowhead?
Well, I'm wondering if Tracy's saying that because she wants to take the other one.
I don't even know when the yellowhead is. And if that the one you were just saying is
Yes,
10 a.m.?
it's 10 a.m. and it goes till noon.
Yeah, no, I really can't commit to that.
Where would our CAO with this younger?
It's usually from 10 to 12. 10 to 12, usually on a Monday.
Like if it's I have to do it, I will make it work, but 10 a.m. just does not traditionally work.
Then what do you want to do with the Thursday library board, just for team meetings?
I'm fine with staying on if you want to have it, but
Well, because then you're not going to be on the library board, and you've been on it for like 20-some years.
yeah, just my concern is that two of us don't know. So even if one's the primary and one's the alternate, we're both collecting pay, it's overkill.
I get it. I don't really. That's why I suggested alternating the meeting, because neither of us really want to step down.
Whatever you guys want to do.
We can alternate, I'm fine with that.
You want to alternate?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good for that. And what about the elephant? You have your 4 minutes.
The yellowhead, I'll say no, just because then I'll have to take time off from work.
Can we just leave it without the time?
You can appoint the CAO and then I'll find the CAO. Happy to pinch it for, there's other CAOs.
It's tough, like, I know John's got a new job, and then maybe I have to, myself, I don't.
I'm here Monday morning, so it's really fun.
Okay,
I'll pinch it for count.
okay, I'll do a recap of this here then. So 3920, the main is myself, and alternate John, you're still okay with that? Yep. Chamber of Commerce, Tracy is the main, and the alternate, I don't know who the alternate is. You know, Tracy?
I have John.
Okay. FCS, Leonard County is John, and the alternate, I believe, was Corey. The Duke Foundation Board, Corey said he would stand for that, and the alternate was Shelley. Thorsby FCS, Shelley, you're in there, and the alternate is.
Oh, like,
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, yeah, sorry.
All right. The Thorsby Library Board, Shelley and Tracy alternate positions. So back up with the other one those as well. And the yellowhead at the moment, we'll leave it on with the deal.
if I can get a list of the yellowhead dates for the upcoming year, I can try to plan around it.
For the year.
Yeah, December 5th, I won't be here.
Well, and I guess we could just leave it with you, and if you can phone, maybe somebody can make it that day, and you can
the regular alternate.
Right. Okay. All right, then.
That's all right, if another counselor wants to take it, that's fine, and then you just come when you can. Not a problem, sir.
All right, can I get a motion to accept the board positions in there as stated here?
I'll make a motion to the delegation to the board.
Thank you, John, all in favor? That's carried. Thank you for that. New business. The minutes of the September 27th regular meeting and committee of the whole on October the 11th. Everybody's had a look at them. Are there any errors or omissions that want to bring forward? No? That's the case. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for those two dates?
September 27th and October 11th.
Yep. All in favor? That's carried. 8.2, the motion tracker update. Everybody's had a look at that, so all of the minutes have been in there. Good. Comments on that? Are there omissions, anything? Get a motion to accept the motion tracker update as is.
I'll move to accept the motion tracking sheet as is.
Is it all in favor? Number 3, we've already dealt with that.
Any motion, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, we did have a motion. I thought we did a motion for that already. Okay. 8.4, policies to be rescinded. 2010-02 Code of Ethics and 2010-03 the Council Administration Relationship. We had a look at them. Questions, comments, or anything that can say with that? Get a motion to rescind those two policies. Kelly?
I can make a motion to rescind 2010-002, the Code of Ethics policy, and 2010-003, the Council Administration Relationship policy.
Thank you. All in favor? Carried. All right, 8.5. Okay, the next item is the fees and service bylaw, the third reading. Any discussion? Anybody, we've done the first and the second. Okay with that?
We just made the minor, sorry.
No, go ahead.
We just made the minor change as requested, ice rental rates of the Schedule C, recreation fees change, local non-minor to non-local minor. 16 and 2, right? That was
Okay.
correct. It was to correct minor numerical and other changes of the nation.
For that, I get a motion for the third reading with the changes as just outlined by Donna.
I'll move the third reading as
In favor? That is carried. Okay, the utility bylaw, second and third reading. And Councilor Gilbert, who was kind enough to give me some notes on this here, that some changes. And prior to this, I discussed it with the administration, and we're okay with that. So I'm going to go in your package here. You want to go to page 59. So the first item is on part 4, number 2, where it says all persons are requested. We'd like to change that to mandatory. So when you're looking about, when you have a water problem and, appropriate months, we want it to be mandatory instead of.
What page is that?
Pardon me?
What page is that?
It's on page 59. Part 4, section number 2. So it reads, during the appropriate months, May to September each year, all persons are requested to practice water conservation for outdoor watering. That's mandatory. There's a problem. Yeah, no, we're gonna do this all at once, all those changes. So that's the first change, and then also on page 59, part 4, number 1. And I believe on that one, we're going to delete that totally. Reason being that, so it reads right now, unless a permit is obtained from the town, no person being an owner, occupier, tenant, or inmate of any house, building, or other premises which were supplied with water from the water system shall sell or dispose therefrom, or give away or permit the same to be taken of, carried away, or use or supply, use or benefit of others. And the logic for deleting that is that if you're paying for the water, you can do whatever you want with it. If you want to spill it out in the street, go right ahead. If you want to turn around and sell it to somebody else, go right ahead. So we want to do that. Okay?
Pretty hard to enforce.
The next item, page 60. And it is 7, number 3, and the word expedient is not really, it's very vague and very open-ended, and we just want to change that to emergent. So if you've got a problem, we want to make it an emergent situation, not expedient. Expedient means fast, I guess, right away.
That way, if we declare a local state of emergency, and we have to shut water off to funnel water through the fire hydrants or whatever, we have that authority and it's an emergency situation. It has to be something real serious.
Right.
What about expedited?
We like to say emergent, in case it's an emergency. That's where we picked that word for the like it.
All right, also on page 60, Article 7, number 11. This one here, it talks about the boilers, and in all cases where boilers are supplied with water, the town shall not be liable for any damage which may result to any person or premises with shutting off the water main or service, or from failure of the water supply for any purpose or cause whatsoever, even where no notice is given and no deduction from water bills made in consequence thereof. All users of steam or hot water boilers must protect themselves by installing a storage tank sufficient to provide at least a 12-hour supply for each steam or hot water. Corey, being the plumber that he is, he felt that we should put in there back total protection. Okay, so the actual wording is going to be sheet here. So, just require suitable backflow protection in there. City of Calgary and other places like that do that. And it's just another way to protect ourselves. So in addition to that.
Well, the town team will educate everyone on that with boilers. There'll be an education piece.
Right.
And so they can also, that way, the bylaw we've indicated and we'll keep it educated.
And then the last one on page 62, or 11. But we probably 10. And section H, it reads, grease traps of sufficient size and approved design shall be placed on the waste pipes from all hotels, restaurants, laundries, and other such places in the town under advisement. And we would put in there that maintenance logs need to be available for inspection. Just the reason that is that they say that, you know, they've done it, we need proof that they've actually done it. And so we want to be able to go back there and say, okay, at such a date, if you don't do the maintenance, doesn't help.
No problem.
Go ahead.
Just the lettering is wrong. So
I know, I was like,
GFG,
it goes G, I'm like,
Well,
what's going on here?
Fix that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Shelley.
So it's the town's responsibility for that kind of stuff? Like the grease traps? I thought that would be like a health and safety, someone calls in a complaint, like,
No, we're just putting it out in the bylaw that they have to have it, right? And then
It's just a flutter.
and then that's exactly right. You get somebody with expertise to go in there and check it out.
okay.
Our responsibility.
They have a grease trap, then they have to provide maintenance. Sure.
But if we don't
If we don't
put it
tell
in
them
there
to
in
do
writing,
it, yeah.
you come back
Wait,
and
this
say,
is
well,
cover, yeah.
you should have known that, and this way it protects the town. That's the whole reasoning behind it. Does anybody have anything else to utility bylaw that they want to add in and discuss on that? All right, so I'll need a motion to accept all of these changes. And for the second reading of bylaw 2012, pardon me.
I have a
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. So the next section, after the one we were just looking at, the wastewater lines and storm sewers, when it says the plug sewer connections, so in those circumstances in the wintertime when there was the kitty litter in there and stuff, because that was on the property line, that wouldn't be the owner who, like, how does that work? What does that mean?
Right through the Councilor Shelley, it's an insurance issue, because we can't prove who put it down there, or who put the ashes and the cigarettes and everything else. Fortunately, in talking to our insurance company, it becomes an insurance issue for the homeowner, with their insurance. And they'll probably get a hold of us, our insurance, that's kind of how it works. So, unless we can determine who put it down there, it's not all that cut through. That's the best I can tell you. I hate saying it like that, because it's the best answer I can give you.
It just doesn't make sense to me, because if the line is clogged and it's the town's line, and someone's complained that they're having backup, they're going to be responsible to pay for that, even though it's the town's line?
Well, usually I see what you're saying. Okay, so typically, as we know, the first 10 feet are ours, after that. So if our sewer line plugs into yours on the property, and it's found as we're trying to figure it out, that it's plugged on your side of the connection, it's yours.
Okay,
That's
but the
correct.
kitty litter one was just,
No, it was dumped down the manhole and plugged everything.
yeah, okay.
Sorry, I missed something.
No, that's okay.
So plug your own sewer line.
Yeah.
Are you good with that?
Yep.
Any other questions on that? All right, if I can get the second reading of bylaw 2022-09, motion for that.
But the changes first.
With the changes, yes. John, for pointing that out. All in favor? That is carried. If I can get the third and final motion for
Motion for unanimous consent.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me of that.
All right.
I need a motion to go into the third reading again. John, all in favor to go to third reading? Thank you. Now that we've got that, I'd like to read the third and final reading with changes as discussed for bylaw 2022. Motion for that, please.
I can make that one.
All in favor? That's carried.
And one last thing, Mr. Mayor, we have to repeal
Yeah.
2022-12. Or, sorry, repeal 2012-05, bylaw 22-12. And now we repeal.
Right. With that, we need a motion to repeal those bylaws. 2012, 2025. Shelley?
I can make that motion to repeal bylaw 2012-05 in 2022.
Favor? All right, 8.7. Meeting procedures. So, you had a chance to look at, 15, the meeting procedures. Comments, questions on that one? So do we need to repeal them first, or do you want to do
Let's repeal the original bylaw first, Mr. Mayor, page 82.
sorry, what was that?
Let's repeal the original bylaw, page 82.
Okay, and I get a motion to repeal bylaw 2008-08, meeting procedures.
I'll make that motion to repeal bylaw 2008-08.
Favor? Carried. All good?
Mr. Mayor, we're all good? 83 readings on this one, sir.
Okay. All right, so bylaw 2022-15. I have a motion for the first reading. John? John for the first reading, all in favor?
Yeah, right, Mr. Mayor. You're repealing 2008-08.
Correct.
Yes, sir. I thought you moved to first reading of the actual bylaw. No, sorry. All right.
I know, it's
Come on,
confusing.
yeah.
We're all confused.
No, I'm not.
Okay, we're good?
We're good.
Okay, so I had a motion from John for the first reading, 2022-15. All in favor?
Is it 08 or 08?
We're done with that one.
So you want to do 22, you need to do 3 readings of 2022-13 to repeal 2008-08. 15 is the actual draft and 13 is the repeal.
No, 2213 is the actual bylaw.
No.
We're gonna pass
That's
three
not what
readings.
it says.
It says repeal.
In the agenda, it says 2022-13.
2008-08 for repealing. 2022-13.
I think the number is wrong on the agenda.
2008-08 is the old bylaw that we're repealing.
Right. We've already voted on that one and approved that.
We have one more reading on that one. And then we are repealing, the new bylaw is 2022-13. That's the new bylaw. Yeah.
Oh, it says 2022-15.
Yeah, that's a
I have
typo.
one,
It's 13, it's a typo.
They just reversed.
Okay, so, may we recap, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, please do.
All right, let's go. So 2008-08 is the old bylaw. We are repealing that with, hang on, we are repealing that from on page 82 with the new bylaw 2022-15. We have first reading from Councillor Jonathan, second reading on that bylaw from,
Somebody else.
okay, second
Motion
reading.
for second reading. All in favor? Carried.
Perfect. Consent to go to third.
Yes. Consensus to go to third reading. Shelley?
I can make that motion.
All in favor? Done.
Now we got to pass the bylaw with another motion for third
Okay.
reading
Okay.
of this repeal.
Make a motion for the, yeah, no, go ahead.
John? All in favor? Carried.
The old bylaw is officially repealed.
All right.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for your indulgence. Okay, so now we move to, 2022-15, sorry, hang on. 2022-13, which is your new
Okay, that's where the confusion is.
Yeah.
because,
Number drawn.
full title.
Okay, so we need first, second, and third here.
That is first, second, consent, third, and third.
Okay, got it.
And the reason, Mr. Mayor, we're moving with this, we've had quite a bit of time. We've had, council seems to be content with it, because these last two bylaws are how you act and how you conduct your meetings. They're very important to move forward for the year, so that's why we typically, do these 1, 2, 3. So, other than that, it's not a practice to do that.
I know it seems redundant, all these things here, but that has to be done, so. Okay, so, first reading for bylaw 2022-13.
Mhm. That's correct up there. Oh, you can't see that.
It's correct.
All right. Tracy, you're making that motion. All in favor? Carried. I have a motion for the second reading. John? All in favor? That is carried. Now, can I have a motion for the unanimous consensus to go to third reading? And all in favor? Carried. And finally, motion for the third and final reading.
We can make a motion for the third. I don't need it.
Kelly. All in favor? Carried. Okay, done with the meeting procedures.
Now that we're practiced up, we should be able to do the next one with you.
Okay, let's
All right, so our first order of business is to, repeal the old bylaw 2014-02.
all in favor? Carried.
Make the motion for the second reading.
Favor? Carried. And motion to go for consensus to go to third reading.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor? Carried. Third and final. Kelly.
I can make a motion for the third and final reading.
All in favor? Carried.
Now, Mayor and Councilor, we move to the new proposed bylaw, which is 2022-14. And basically, this is the one that it's just expecting decision-making, communicating on behalf of council, to do on social media, to do confidential information, conflict of interest, and of pecuniary interest. You'll see on the new agenda for the next meeting, you'll see at the start now, pecuniary interest declaration at the start of the meeting, so that just sits there. We ask the question, use of municipal assets and services, certain things you can, certain things you can't. Of course, your computers and so forth, graphic broadcasting or landscape. Other training attendance and your orientation is important to council, so your remuneration expenses. And we have informal and formal complaint processes and compliance and enforcement. So that is 2022. There's some changes in it from the old bylaw. We updated it. We did a bunch of benchmarking. Just did a bunch of benchmarking on what the best way to accomplish this bylaw. We didn't. The bylaws are like 20, 30 pages. Small town. So we just wanted to make sure that it's succinct and it's easy to read and it makes sense for council and for those in the gallery and for administration too, because we also have to follow this and follow decorum out of respect for council.
All right, so, Council Code of Conduct bylaw 2022-14. Can I get a motion? You all in favor? Motion for the second reading.
I'll make that
all in favor? I get a motion for the consensus to go to third reading. All in favor? Carried. And finally, the third and final reading of 22 14.
I make that motion.
Favor? Carried. Thank you for getting that. We've got quite a few of these bylaws, and I know it sounds, but, you know, once we get caught up with these things, we won't have to do them.
Yeah.
So, we're getting there. Next order of business, the city report, 9.1, the recreation capital budget reallocation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and Kobe is here as well to back me up. And I think what I'll do is I'll give the summary, and then Kobe, I'll turn it over to you. But in the 22 capital budget, 7,500 was allocated to arena lighting and upgrades, and 8,500 to upstairs studio renovations. We're not asking for new money, we're asking for allocation out of one GL to another, being that we can't do that naturally. We can't just move money around between the GLs anytime our general ledger. We come to council, we ask if we can, and we tell you why. So it's not new money, but it means we take one capital GL and we're asking for it to change it out there. So Kelly, I'll let you take it.
Yeah, so as you know, John said, 7,500 was the matching fund for which we're not successful in securing. The $8,500 that we budgeted for the upper, we were not doing enough. Way underestimated that. My apologies for that. So, we've been working with River Valley, hopefully for flooring, they've come up with some really great pricing for us. And also looking at, rather than having the flooring installed in-house with our own staff, the painting, that's what we're going to do as well, but it's just really not feasible with the schedule to be painting projects. So it's really just one contract and contractors to do that. So that increases the cost. I would actually like to take it one step further and you can correct me if I can't do this, but we haven't done the version of the form in a while, so $5,000 I'm not exactly sure. I don't have my final quote into the solution, but I would appreciate the flexibility to use that money if we need it. Right now, I'm predicting this project will cost us about $19,000, all said and done, so it would be covered within those $2,000, total $21,000. We had to do some upgraded lighting in the stairwell, so the dressing room going up to the second level. The lighting was non-existent, so that was an unexpected cost. So, so that's where I'm at. And if we're doing this project, just looking at everything, so it would be nice if we're doing the flooring instead of just doing the gas studio upstairs, up the stairs, the lobby, the wine room, the gas studio, everything just flows nicely. Things that painting, like it all needs depending on the painting code, we might decide not to do the line room, because that would be
So this is stuff you want to do this year?
Yeah, I could already have that dance studio rented out. So, yeah, we have the funds. The painter is ready to go in about a week. Matt can get the flooring in about a week. But it's a huge space, and it's bigger than what we really thought about. Like, it's about 3,000 square feet. So it's if it's possible, I would really appreciate flexibility in design capital projects and try to get them involved. I did talk with them from there. The bullet issues there.
you have any questions on that?
We reallocate the 7,500 now, or hockey, the Roving Minor hockey gonna ask for more come next year in our budget? Not used for their grants?
It could, very well, like, we're definitely looking at grants. I've actually had a few meetings with the senior hockey, and larger scope grants, and they're wanting to come on board and help us go after some stuff. So that would be, that project with the green lighting would be definitely, you know, grants that we go for, but there's nothing, right now, so, but it would definitely, you know, and what if I can't get the bottle filling station upgrade done this budget year, I will have it. So the money is there? Yeah, the money, yeah, it's there. I haven't touched it yet. So, yeah, and if my costs come in, I'm hoping we have enough to also do that project. I need the funds. So basically, we budgeted for different projects, we'll scrap that project. That's the short version. Yeah, that thing has been, like, for years and years.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting so close with the budget, and we can get that done this year, and then other stuff going in for next year. We're pretty close to that, we're only 2 months away from the budget, so. All right, does anybody have any other discussion? Motion to reallocate the funds as proposed by Kelly there?
I can make that motion.
David? That's carried. Very welcome, I think it's been very busy over there. Great. Okay, CFO report.
Okay, so first I'll just give you a quick update on the audit. She was here today, and we had another great one. So we're getting close. She's has been an exercise just because of the way everything is. But anyways, we're getting there. We're close. We should have. She's going to come meet with us next week, go over draft statements on Tuesday, and then we should have something out, like, draft-wise, probably to you guys, just to review, but knowing that they could possibly change a little bit, like nothing drastic, but, and then, yeah, and then the meeting on next Thursday to finalize it all, go over everything, so, we have.
All right.
Yeah, and then they'll be back. They'll be back in December to start again.
Yeah, well, that's.
But it's all good. It's all good. We know going forward it will be less stressful. And it was nice today because she was like excited to come. I don't know why. She was like, I like coming out here. It's so fun. So that was nice to hear. Anyways, I have provided you with a variance report. We're still missing the rec revenue because I have to figure out how to import it from Kelly's software. So that's not all in there yet, but so far we're sitting at a gain of $733,000. But that's mindful, we still have big expenses to go out too. Like we have the fire, we have 5 more payrolls. So, but we're sitting good. We're not stressed, and that's all with just one grant from the county. They're part of their partial grant that we got from them. There's no other grant. So, yeah, we're holding the line. We're doing okay. I was stressed, but I did now that I did that.
Okay, anybody have any questions? I guess, motion to accept that as information.
Motion to
Correspondence. First thing, Leduc Regional Meeting, mingle and invite. November 10th, everybody's got that little email about that. That's at the, I believe it's at the,
Leduc Club.
yes, that's the brand new club, that's pretty nice. Okay, secondly, Chamber Gala event on November the 26th. And, you want to speak to that? Christine, no?
I can. So tickets are available to chamber business members first. If they don't sell out, they'll open it up to the public. But as of right now, so our town of Thorsby, we belong as a member. So they do need members committed, and I don't have all the numbers in my head, but I know it was a table of 10 for $600, so that basically works out to $60 per person, and that we would all pay for our own, presumably. And if you just want to go on your own with less than 10 tickets, then it's $65 per ticket. And if you don't make a decision until after November 10th, then it's $75. So we're welcome to invite our spouses or whoever we want, a friend, to come with us. And so they do need a commitment of members. So Barry's invited, Jesse's invited, Kelly's invited. We're all invited. So we just need to make a commitment of whether we will be. And I have tickets in my first.
Once again, that's Saturday, November 26th at the Community Center. They have a roving magician.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we've had a gala, and they want to do it upright, and it sounds like it'll be a really nice evening. Follow their Christmas get together. What's this one?
Could that be that? That means it's that probably. Think about that.
We kind of like
Roving magician. We go from table to table, pulling balls out of your ears.
Why would you not say quarters?
Oh, is he quarters?
Yeah.
He's an adult magician.
Yeah. You'll have to come and find out. It'll be a really nice evening, and yeah, it kind of takes the heat off a little business that's maybe only 2 or 3 people. We're trying to create a Christmas party that they can come to this, and it's a Christmas event.
We're pretty successful in Leduc, the chamber galas in December, because it was the Christmas party. It was really nice.
And to people that are familiar, Margita been doing it for years. So she kind of took a little bit of a break session. So she's been hired to do it, which means that it should be really good.
And we're budgeting this stuff.
Yes, well, that's the daytime, this is the evening.
Me and John will take a bathroom change.
The budget's done by noon, we get home.
We've got budget the next day, too.
Yes, we do, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on. 11.3, a letter from resident dated October 11th, 22nd. I had occasion to visit the family plot, Brackenstein, at the Thorsby Cemetery on the weekend. I highly commend council and employees for the wonderful shape of the grounds. Each grave site was so well manicured, it means it's a pleasure to do a walkabout. Sincerely, Lily Halliday. And do you want to go back to 3.1, Donna, or do you want to just?
I'm thinking 3.1, we can, the delegation did not show up. And,
Do you want to try and reschedule it, or do you want to?
I'm going to leave it with the delegator as he requested this issue. If he doesn't request another one in 5 days, we'll do the selection.
need anything from us? Do you need a, okay. Thank you for that. That's about it. The gallery, sitting here listening to our bylaw stuff. Does anybody have any comments out there? Anything you want to bring up? Irene?
Couple of things to this presentation recently. One is the crossing guard at the school. And I was told that the bylaw officer is doing that duty. Now, if he is doing the crossing guard duty, he cannot be employed full-time as a bylaw officer, or is crossing guard duty the duty of a bylaw officer? It's rather confusing.
Yeah, well, I think, Donna, you know a lot about that. I mean, we've had several requests, and I'm sure you know that, and I know Debbie, you know that, about the crossing there, about the kids, and there's been a couple near misses and stuff like that, and you know, one of the discussion was to put in crossing flights at a cost of hundreds of thousands of dollars to the town that we can't possibly afford, and it probably might not even solve the problem, but I'll let that Donna speak to that.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we had a very good meeting with the superintendent of schools, and one of the things that we've come to understand is that we can afford the light, we can afford the signalization for expenses. You're looking at almost 350 to 450,000 just to put the power in. 20 sites to run the light. So in meeting with the superintendent, I said, look, it is an enforcement issue. I said, but I don't think we have to enforce it. But we'll take turns helping the school out. So the teachers are out there dancing typically, and so it's Barry, a lot of times out there in the morning, at 8 o'clock in the morning, along with Barry. We certainly can do that. It's within our job functions to help the school. Sorry, I apologize. We're going to get feedback from the families, we're going to get feedback from the teachers, and we're helping out, which is, we can do that.
And I'd like to add too that we've had many comments, not more than one, from parents that are very appreciative of what we're doing. You know, they feel that their kids are better looked after and it's a lot safer.
Yeah, I agree that it's something that we have done.
Yeah.
To do that. I mean, the youth talk, they just want to cross the
And
road.
hopefully through education and after a while and seeing that people will get the message. So, I mean, that's the only way you can really do it. So.
I've been asked if my mom knows I'm at the crosswalk. I said no.
The other thing was, I was speaking with a councillor a short while ago who indicated that the 26% tax hike was unnecessary, and a 13% tax hike would have been more acceptable. Having said that, it was also stated that the honorariums, or however you want to term it, that councillors get paid is not enough. They're not getting paid for the amount of work that is required by a councillor. Now, has the honorarium gone up?
We haven't touched it.
Get more than they have been. Or
Yeah, okay,
Well, I just know that the prior council, when COVID hit, I think it was in 2020, they rolled back the honorarium, and we've left it rolled back. So everything's the same as the prior council. We haven't changed anything on that front. And then as to the tax hike, I don't know what.
excuse me a moment, I asked the mayor that question. I didn't ask you to answer it.
I asked and he allowed me to answer it.
I'd like to answer the question then.
I would have said the same thing, but thanks for that. But as far as the percentage, you know, we're not allowed to run at a deficit as a municipality, and the CFO, Cindy, will certainly attest to that. When you enter a budget, you have to balance your budget. And that's where that number came up. And I believe that it was 20, correct me if I'm wrong, it was about 21% is that what it was dropped originally.
21% it was dropped in 2020.
Right, and then we had to make up the difference to balance the budget. You know, hopefully, we do our budget here in December, we can have some money to do some things in there, but, unfortunately, if you come to the meeting on November the 3rd and see what shows in the budget, or the audit, sorry, I'm hoping it's gonna explain it. I haven't seen anything on it yet, I don't know, but, it's gonna answer a lot of questions on that audit. Anything else?
I just wanted to make a point, if we didn't raise it as high as it did, we would be in a deficit. Because we're currently, if you look at the variance, we're on budget, and that's what that tax back to the way it was. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't be, we'd be in the red.
Okay. We are running a 2022 expenditure
On 290.
on a 2019 revenue.
And we're not doing any infrastructure work
Yes,
or
we haven't
anything.
done anything.
So I don't know,
Absolute emergency.
like, how the heck would we function on a 13%? When we're not even functioning on what we did do.
Yes, there's still big major, we have ventures coming out in December, we have police to pay for, we have fire to pay for. I mean, but there's still lots of big, there's 5 more payrolls, which is gonna be $150,000. There's,
But it's looking like we're gonna have a balanced budget,
Well, yeah.
if not some left over.
there might be a little bit of a surplus here, but yeah.
I don't know, I mean, I've heard a little bit about the audit, a little bit anticipating, but it's not, well, like I said, I can't really say until they put it out, because I don't really know. But,
I'm not sure if this meeting was going to address the board appointments for the library. Or is
I
it?
think they're all coming in November
They're coming in November now.
for all the
Yeah.
FCSS, library, all of them.
Okay.
It's just a deal tonight, December, and then you'll come out and have the board, the library will come.
Phyllis, did you want to say anything about the members coming up, since we don't have another meeting before that?
Well, we're sort of hoping that everybody shows up, our regular 300 or so people. That's at the high school.
It is, that's what I'm supposed to share, okay.
We thought that we have to pay rent for it though this year.
Yep.
Which bothers me a little bit, but, and what we're doing is certainly not a moneymaker or a fundraiser or anything else.
No, so it's-
Kind of something. But,
I respect everybody show up. How many years is this doing this? How many years is this for the remembrance here?
years.
For you to do it.
I do it, this is my 20th year.
20th year?
Yes. I wish somebody would take over.
Anything else? All right, thank you very much. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
We have it in camera.
FCSS
Yeah,
committee.
yeah.
The FCSS application.
I know that.
I'll make a motion to take a 10-minute break.
Thank you, John. All in favor?
You'll come out of the government report.
Yes. I didn't know that.
But I just thought, the whole, bylaw